Hey everyone, it's Jade. This is going to be a really quick episode just to update you. Books and Booze kind of took a bit of a hiatus. I've been really busy. I'm actually on my way to work at the moment, pulled over on the side of the road just to try and record something because it's been about 2 weeks. I've got a new job back in Neisner in South Africa. Not exactly where I thought that I would be winding up, but such is life. You never know really what is going to happen with the world and your life. I have a job in a manufacturing company in the industrial area, which is really not my kind of a thing, but hey ho, it's a job. I need a job because I am rather broke at the moment. Also, some of you may know that I'd been offered a chance to go on to season 2 of The Bachelor South Africa. I just found out who The Bachelor is 2 days ago. I think his name is Mark Buckner. Mark with a C, not a K, thank God. But, sorry. Yeah, I think it would be a bit too soon to date someone called Mark. But also, I turned it down because I have a boyfriend. I found someone absolutely freaking incredible. He is so wonderful and treats me like absolute gold. We've been so busy. I think that's one of the reasons that Books and Booze has taken a bit of a hiatus. We've been going in a helicopter watching whales and calves in the ocean and dolphins. We've been dining in art galleries, staying in literally a library. It was incredible. We've been doing road trips, fishing out at sea. I mean, literally saw thousands and thousands of dolphins around us. It was so special. But there's so many little moments that we have together. Like, we're busy building this Saturn V rocket out of Lego, which is so cute. And I don't know, it's just really fun, like playing Jenga together and watching him play the guitar and falling asleep on his chest. And it's just been so nice and so natural. So I don't want to spoil this whole episode with just rambling on about my pretty incredible love life right now, but I think I kind of deserve to, because there was a while there that life wasn't really very kind to me. But anyway, with all that being said, that doesn't really mean that everything's been easy. I mean, I'm still hurt over what happened in the past, but I'm trying to move forward and just remember that life has funny ways of working out. There's this quote that goes something like, sometimes life doesn't give you what you wanted, not because you didn't deserve it, but because you deserve so much more. And I truly believe that that's the case here, because I don't know what I did to deserve someone like this, but he really just makes me so happy. But, I mean, I was still really bitter for a while and didn't think that I'd have the guts to open my heart up again and move on. But at the end of the day, I realized I do still want that romantic connection with someone. I do one day want children and marriage and to have my little happily ever after that I've always dreamed of having, and it's always kind of been yanked away from me at the last moment. So I've decided I can't let the past make my future just shit. I've got to try. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's on the love front, right? So The Bachelor, Mark Buckner, honestly, he wasn't really my type anyway. He's I feel really bad saying it, but oh no, I won't say it because it's just really mean. But no, not my type anyway. So I'm really happy with my decision. Reading front wise, I haven't really been reading as much as I'd like to. I'm still busy reading Only Ever Yours by Louise O'Neill. It's really good, a little bit cringy sometimes. It's a dystopian about basically women have almost become extinct, and so now they have been created to be the perfect women for men. So they've been designed basically, and their sole purpose is to bear their husband's sons. So it's completely male dominated, and you can even do complete reconstructions of your body and become this absolute perfect person. There's literally no weight on you. You're not allowed to be smart and shit, and it's a feminist book, but at the same time I find at moments it can be quite young, and definitely not my favourite Louise O'Neill book. I absolutely love her writing. Her other books, what were they called? Asking for It, and there's one other one that I've read. I'm drawing a blank, but they're really, really good Irish author, and I highly recommend her. But yeah, Only Ever Yours, dystopian, not normally my kind of genre, but I have been getting into sci-fi and dystopian lately. I think it has a little bit to do with my new man, because he's a bit of a nerdy geek, and he loves his rockets and space and stuff. So yeah, I feel like a little kid all giddy. But then on Audible, I have been listening to loads of books, really, but a lot of non-fiction books, which is also something that I never really thought I'd get into. But I have been starting to listen a lot about like things like, so you want to start a podcast, which is a book that's just been released by the host of one of the podcasts I love, called By the Book, and it's a really good kind of a small, like I think it's like 6 hours long or something, audio book, all about how to start your own podcast. Really good advice. And to be honest, one of the reasons I did want to update you guys today is because I've been feeling really deflated about my podcast. I just feel like it's not getting the feedback I want to get. Like, I can see that people are downloading it, and I hope that means that people are enjoying it, but the interaction levels aren't there. Like, I have been trying my best to get back onto Twitter, and oh god, I don't know how to use bloody Twitter, but I've been trying, and to make you guys kind of come to me and say something from the episode, and it's just not been happening. And I've been speaking to other podcasters, and they said no, it's a very normal thing. But honestly, like, I just want to feel like an interaction with you guys. So if you hear something on my podcast that you have a thought about, like, let me know, because I'd really, really like to know. Yeah, I think what I'm going to try and do is completely revamp Books and Booze, to be honest. I want to really try and get a schedule going, and an interactive Twitter and Facebook page and all that stuff. This podcast, like, it was my baby, and then after leaving Australia and losing the podcast co-host that I did have, it's been really tough to try and do it by myself. My brother comes on sometimes, I've had a couple of friends join, my family have done it a little bit, but I haven't found like a person that I can rely on to do the podcast with me, who I would be able to get along with really well. So I don't know, I'm struggling to trust people after what happened with my last co-host. So yeah, we'll see how things go. But I really want to try, maybe take another bit of a hiatus, maybe start Books and Booze with seasons. So this could be the end of a very long season 1, and then maybe come summer I'll have really worked out a new way to do this podcast. I'm just kind of speaking and thinking, and hopefully someone out there is listening to this right now, and maybe you'll give me some advice. That said, I want to start recommending other podcasts to you as well, because I've been listening to so many good podcasts lately on Podcast Republic, which is my preferred podcast app. So this is a introduction to South African true crime. If you like true crime, I really highly recommend it.
Do you have a true crime obsession like me? Have you ever listened to true crime podcasts and wondered why there is no voice for South African victims? Well, that voice is here. True Crime South Africa covers solved and unsolved South African true crime cases. Each episode is a deep dive, not only into the mechanics of the case, but more importantly, into the victim's story and who they were as human beings. True Crime South Africa is available on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Our content is waiting to be discovered by you.
Okay, to end off on boozy banter, I have been watching a lot of The Office, the American version, and one of my podcast friends, Rachel from Books in the Freezer podcast, she is over the moon that I've finally started watching The Office, because it's so freaking funny. Like, me and my boyfriend have just binged the first 3 seasons already, so I think he's watched it 13 times, but he's watching it again with me because he's really kind. We also went out to the cinema a week or so ago, and we watched the new Quentin Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and that is starring Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio, and I honestly feel like it was Leonardo DiCaprio's best acting. And that said, it was a really weird movie. Literally the entire way through, I had no idea what was going on, and then it kind of all wrapped up in 5 minutes at the end, which was just whoa, wha-bang, where did that come from? But yeah, that's pretty much my update for you. Basically just a bit of a ramble about Books and Booze, what I want to do with it, reworking it, getting a structure going, my love life, new job, and now I've got to get to work. Sorry, that wasn't very books and boozy, because it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and I just definitely can't be drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning. I am going to go and make a black cup of coffee when I get to the office, and then settle in at my desk and do some work for the day, and hopefully release this to you later. Please interact with me, guys. I'm seriously needing you to say something so that I can not be so deflated. Have a groovy day, and I'll see you later. Bye!